Hello, Astrid S.
Hello.
Welcome back to Energy.
Thank you for having me.
So you just recently released your new EP, Trust Issues.
Yes.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
And it sounds to me it's sort of like a miniature concept album with like a lot of the songs exploring these themes of dysfunctional love and breakups and loss. Can you talk to us about the inspiration and also maybe what was the hardest song to write?
So the inspiration behind making an EP was that I've released a few songs over the past year, and I had 2 more songs yet to release, so I thought it would be nice to kind of collect them into an EP. But the hardest song to write was probably, that was Emotion, because it took such a long time to finish it. We wrote it a day in April in 2017. And then everyone loved it so much, so we wanted to like try to rewrite it and make it better and better and better and better and better. And I did all of these things where I would like rewrite the lyrics, we would change the production, we would do new vocals like several times. And then in the end, we were like, shit, this sounds horrible now. We're just gonna release the demo, so that's kind of what we did. So in the first place, it was an easy song to write because we made it in a day, but then we just spent a year trying to make it better. But it's also my favorite song on the EP, I think.
Well, there was also a really cool video. If you go to your YouTube channel and check out the videos, there was one you brought out about a year ago where you got 5,000 fans to send you lyrics, and then you went into the studio and were like tracking the beats and the keys and some guitar and like working on the text, and just like really showed your songcraft from like beginning to end. It's a really, really cool project. Like what sort of inspired you to do that with your fans?
It's been such a long time ago now, but I think the idea was that me and my team, we were like, I don't feel like I get to show that I actually do write my own music that much. So we thought of a fun way to show that and then to include the fans, and we had no idea how it would turn out. I was so nervous before I went into the studio that day. But I think that was the idea, just to do something with the fans and then also show how I write songs and make music.
It's like, to anyone who didn't know, you're like, look, this is what I can do, like all of this. And it's amazing because you have the multi-instrumentalism and the production skills to be able to do something like that completely solo. And like, I mean, in the studio, you're probably also mostly working with, you know, it's fun to collaborate also. You've worked with everyone from Shawn Mendes to Charlie XCX. But it's cool that you can show like, yeah, I can just do this by myself.
Yeah, I do prefer co-writing though, and to like you said, to work with other producers and not do everything myself, because then I feel like you get too much in your zone and you can't really tell what's good ideas or bad ideas. But it was a fun project to do. Maybe I'll do it again, I don't know.
So are there still producers or other artists who are on your list of people you'd really like to work with?
I would love to work with Troye Sivan. I've been a big fan of him for years, and I got to be the support act when he did a tour in 2016. Sigrid, the Norwegian artist, I would love to work with her. That would be really cool to do like a Norwegian collab. And then with Charlie XX, we'd never met and we've never been in the studio together, even though we have a song together. So I would love to actually be able to write with her in the room. That would be a very cool experience.
This summer you were at Fridays for Future in Stockholm with Greta Thunberg.
Yes.
So cool, and you guys met and talked.
We met.
It's just insane to see what this movement of hers has become. Like the last climate strike just a couple days ago, weeks ago.
Here in Berlin?
Yeah. I want to say maybe 1 week ago or less, right, just last week. Millions of people on the streets. So like, what is sort of your connection to Fridays for Future, like watching this movement grow and seeing that and being a part of it?
My connection to it, I think I've always wanted to show my interest in environmental change. And I am very politically engaged privately, but not as much on my social medias or as an artist, I think. Mostly because I don't feel like I have the vocabulary to speak up about it in the way I want to, in English at least. But I think that was just like a small step into showing how I'm engaged and I really want to help. And I am very aware of how I'm, it's so hard to speak about it in English, but they asked me, I was very lucky because they asked me if I wanted to come and sing. And I think it's such a cool thing to mix that, what she's doing, with music. And it was very cool to see it up front, how all of these kids showed up. And I remember just having goosebumps all day because it was so empowering to see her and what she's been able to do.
Well, speaking of nature, you've done multiple official acoustic versions of some of your songs, and they're always in the most amazing settings. It's like, you know, a hut in the forest or like on a lake or something, just like beautiful locations. So I'm wondering if you were to spend 1 month just like completely detoxing from technology and the world, like in nature somewhere in like a hut, where would it be? And what would be 3 things you would want to have with you?
I would, I would probably, I don't know, maybe I would travel. Am I allowed to travel anywhere in the world?
Anywhere.
I think I would probably stay in Norway if it's like in the summer or like fall, like it is now, because the weather is so nice. So maybe like, yeah, on a cabin up in a mountain. And I think I would bring Karen, my stylist, and friends. We like to hike together. And then we would probably also need like, what is it called? Things like the
fishing.
Fish. What is it called?
Like a fishing rod, or
fishing rod?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fishing rod.
Yeah.
So we could get food, and then lighter, so we can have fire and cook the food.
Yeah. I think I saw a video that you shot with her of you guys hiking where you were celebrating. Yeah.
That was very fun.
And it was like, so you went camping and then you celebrated Norway's Constitution Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the day after.
With like traditional garb and everything.
Yeah.
What are some other traditions that maybe the outside world doesn't know about that Norway has?
Oh, well, Easter is very big in Norway. It's a big deal to a lot of people, and I feel like it's almost as big as Christmas. So usually we'll have like a week off, and then everyone goes to their cabins and they eat oranges and this like specific type of chocolate called Quick Lunch. It's kind of like a Kit Kat, but the Norwegian version. And then we have like hot chocolate, and we like eat all kinds of foods that are very typical for Easter. And everyone ski every day, and we go to after ski, which is like a party. You go to after you've skied, or actually a lot of people go straight to the after ski without having skied in full ski gear.
To start drinking something.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say Easter is like a big tradition.
Ah, very nice. Well, it's been a busy year for you so far. You've dropped a new EP, you've been touring. What's next on the horizon?
Up next is a lot more music, and I'm just gonna try to make an album. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but yeah, hopefully soon.